Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yes, we are talking about fragrances to wear in the high heat today. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and give you guys a couple of tips when you're going to be out and about and in the sun for an extended period of time. It has to do with your face. Make sure you are moisturizing your face. Use a nice hydrating face moisturizer right out of the shower. Let that go ahead and dry down, maybe 15 to 30 minutes, and then go ahead and apply the SPF protection over the moisturizer. I like to go with a 40 SPF. That works best for me. Stay away from moisturizers that are moisturizer plus SPF. You're not going to get the right balance for your pH levels between moisturizer and SPF. So yes, you definitely want to use two products there. The other tip that I have for you guys is get yourself a linen shirt, a linen button down. Today I chose to go with a powder blue, sky blue, baby blue, however you want to call it, linen button down today. My favorites to wear in the summertime are white linens. I love a classic white linen. Reason being, they're very breathable. They allow air to escape. You can feel like a gust of wind comes by. You could feel it go right through your shirt. They don't trap in heat and things like that. So they're just very, very comfortable to wear if you are going to be out in the heat for an extended period of time. All right, guys, now that we've got those two major tips out of the way, let's talk about these fragrances. So I've chosen fragrances here, curated a list of fragrances that I like to wear when it's extremely hot outside. I know that I'm going to be in the heat for quite some time, and I want to apply something that's going to be fresh, airy. So as you could see, you're going to see a lot of citrus-dominant fragrances today. I covered Beast Mode already. Today, we're talking about light, airy, and fresh. There are some fragrances here that do wear a little bit more dense than others, but overall, clean, fresh, bright, uplifting, energizing fragrances. That is what you are going to hear about today. And of course, you guys know, I bring the heat, baby. So stay tuned. That's it, man. Let's bring some heat to cool us down. You guys are smart people, like I always tell you. You know what the deal is. So anyway, guys, before we talk about the fragrances, don't forget to hit that like. That's going to tell YouTube that you guys like me and you want YouTube to give me more exposure. We are approaching the 3,000 subscriber milestone here. I cannot wait to hit that milestone. Big deal for me, and I could use your help in doing so. Comments. Let me know which fragrances you enjoy wearing in the hottest of heats. And hey, if you enjoy Beast Mode fragrances in the high heat, go ahead and drop those down below. Like I said, I did a video already talking about Beast Mode fragrances to wear in the summer, and I didn't want to make a redundant list, right? I've been trying really hard to not duplicate fragrances video after video for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. All right, guys, the first fragrance up comes from the house of Theodores Kalotinis. This is called Aegean Salt and Citrus. This is just a gorgeous, salty citrus fragrance. It's a very simplistic note breakdown that I'll get to in a second here, and it's a very simplistic wear. But my gosh, this stuff is just so bright and refreshing, especially on those days when you want to apply something fresh, bright, uplifting, because it's extremely hot out. This would even be great to wear into the gym because it is not loud. It doesn't start off as a skin scent, but it's not a super projecting type of fragrance either. And the trail this leaves behind is pretty dang incredible. And I absolutely love this stuff. The note breakdown is quick. Let me get that out of the way for you guys. We have grapefruit, Aegean salt, and lemon here for fragrance notes. So as you can see, simplistic breakdown. Again, guys, just very crisp, clean, refreshing fragrance. Very unisex. Honestly, guys, there's like 3 masculine-leaning fragrances on this list. The rest are going to be perfect for men and women to wear. Again, if you want something bright and citrus, there is a salty touch to the fragrance, as you can imagine, with salt in the notes. But again, just very bright and refreshing is this. Very crisp as well. So definitely check this one out. It could be had for a very affordable price. This 50 milliliter bottle sells on Lucky Scent for $55. Definitely sample the brand, guys. Go explore. sample the brand, get yourself some decants. This house puts out amazing fragrances at affordable prices. This is Aegean salt and citrus. I don't think I touched on longevity performance. Again, not a loud fragrance. This lasts about 5-6 hours. And again, not a loud one. Just great for the hottest of summer days. The next fragrance here comes from Hermès, and this is H24 Herbe Vive. This has, well, in the H24 line, has risen to be my favorite flanker out of the series so far. I absolutely love this stuff. It's really, really great. It's done really well. I find it to be very, very refreshing, very vibrant too. There's a kind of this neon green, neon yellow burst of energy that I see when I smell this fragrance. It's unique, but sort of familiar at the same time. Not just because it's a flanker and reminding me of H24, of course, but just the way it smells. It does have this unique factor about it, but it's also familiar at the same time. Also, I forgot to mention, most of this list are designer fragrances. I think designers do fresh fragrances extremely well. Anyway, Herbe Vive. So this is a fresh green fragrance with an abundance of citrus. You're going to have floral touches here. You have just a tiny hint of that metallic feel that we've come to know with the H24 line. However, if you aren't a fan of metallic notes, I still say give this one a shot because it is there, it is present, but ever so slightly. The notes for Herbe Vive are fresh herbs, pear, granita, and cycool. So as you can see, once again, very simplistic note breakdown. Again, guys, very green, fresh, vibrant, energizing, uplifting. I love the that contrast between the pear, the gardenia, and the fresh aromatic green herbs that are provided within the composition. It's also a touch musky too when this dries down, a little bit woody as well. I'm going to assume maybe a touch of vetiver or some type of wood is being utilized here in the base of this fragrance. Very refreshing, great longevity. I get all day performance out with this fragrance here. It's never a screamer off skin. Very moderate in the projection and the sillage department. But if you're looking for something that, again, the way that I described the fragrance previously, if you appreciate fragrances like that, you're looking for something that's going to get you all-day performance and not be, kind of cloying or intrusive or anything like that, definitely check out Herbe Vive from H24. I think you guys will really like this one, especially for people that kind of wrote off the line with the first two releases, the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum. Here we have an Eau de Parfum, but just a much more, of a green take to it. So H24 Herbe Vive. If you haven't tried this one yet, go ahead and give it a shot. The next fragrance that I'm going to speak about here has a lot of personal meaning to me because it reminds me of the early days of my channel. Now I know I haven't been around, many years or anything like that. However, when I started my channel, this was one of the very first brands that I started speaking about, right? And I'm talking about, and this was one of the first fragrances I started speaking about from the brand. This is the brand of Kierin NYC, and this is Sunday Brunch right there. I don't even know why I bother holding the bottles up to the camera because I do the B-roll footage for you guys anyway. But anyhow, I love this stuff. It's a summer staple for me. I only have about 20% of this bottle left. Yeah, not much juice left here. Maybe 10 or 11 mils, something like that. Man, this stuff is so good. What I love about this is it's a very summery take on an Earl Grey tea. That's what I really love about it. It's so refreshing. If you can picture drinking a cold glass of iced tea on a hot summer day, that's how Sunday Brunch speaks to me. Maybe the name Sunday Brunch reminds you of your family. So imagine you finished your brunch, you're relaxing now with maybe some, now there's no dessert notes in here or anything, but maybe you're having some little dessert snacks and things like that, and you have this pitcher of ice cold iced tea in front of you, and you're going to start drinking it. That's kind of what this reminds me of because of the notes. So let's go ahead and cover the notes really quickly. We have Italian bergamot, lemon, Earl Grey tea, and jasmine. Yep, that's pretty much what you are going to get out of this fragrance. A tiny bit of a white floral touch. You have the bright citruses contrasting with that Earl Grey tea, giving me the impression of ice cold lemonade, or iced tea rather. This stuff is awesome. I love it. It's a very fun fragrance, but a fun fragrance that you can actually, it has more versatility than what you would think. Get yourself a decant, sample it, try it out. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. It is a very summery, great take on a tea fragrance, as I said. I just love Kierin. I love the brand. The owner, Mona, she is a gem. I absolutely adore Mona. She's great. And Sunday Brunch, man, it's an awesome fragrance. A summer staple of mine. I don't always talk about it, but that doesn't mean I'm not always wearing it, you know? Sunday Brunch is just this great tea fragrance that I think everybody should experience. Even if you are not a fan of tea fragrances, this tea fragrance is something different because you're getting the brewed experience versus the herbal, tea experience. So definitely a great one. Check it out. All day performer, great moderate projection, moderate sillage, leaves a great interesting trail. Sunday Brunch from Kierin, NYC. The next fragrance, you guys know about it. You either love it, you aren't really feeling it, whatever. For me, it's a love. I'll go as far as to say I think this is the best niche blue fragrance that exists. This is from Roja Parfum, and this is Elysium. This is in the Parfum Cologne concentration. So this is a tester bottle that I bought a couple years ago. Man, this stuff is great because, see, the reason why it's on this list is it's a refreshing blue scent. Typically, your blue scents, they're going to be a bit marine. They may have this kind of maybe mineral feel or a sea breeze kind of a feel to them. With this one here, it's crisp, it's clean, it's gentlemanly, it's fresh. It has that out of the shower feel, but with more of an emphasis on the citruses. The energizing citruses at the top of the fragrance that greets you when you first spray it on. Then you have that floral heart featuring lavender, and you have a bit of woodiness coming from vetiver as well. This is just like, when I spray this on, here, I'll give you a little insight as to when I mainly wear this fragrance. Blue suit, plain white button down. That is this fragrance. That, seriously, like, you put on a navy blue suit, or any shade of blue for that matter, a crisp white button down, and wear Elysium, tell me how good you feel about yourself. This stuff is just, it's great. It performs all day. It's a bit louder than, this may be the loudest fragrance on this list, actually. It is. I think it definitely is. So you're going to get all day performance plus some out of this. 8-9 hours is what I experienced with this fragrance here. It's pretty loud within the first couple of hours. Leaves a great trail. It's it's a favorite amongst people in the fragrance community. There's it definitely has people that, there are people out there that dislike it as well. For me, it's a love. As I said in the beginning, one of the best niche blue scents that's out there, available on the market. Actually, I'll go this far. I'll take it up a notch further even. I think this is one of the only blue fragrances you need. If you are thinking about getting into blue fragrances, I think this is the one, and one of the only ones that you need right here. This is Roja Parfum Elysium. This is the Parfum Cologne concentration. Love this stuff. Great, versatile, easy to wear stuff. Definitely get your hands on this. Get yourself a decant, secure yourself a decant. Check it out, see what you think. This one here, released a couple of years ago, I believe, 2022, summer of 2022, I believe. Man, this stuff is awesome. I love it. From Giorgio Armani, this is Acqua di Eau de Parfum. Easy wear. Easy, simplistic wearing fragrance. Nothing too wild or off the beaten path or anything like that, but there is a uniqueness to it. There definitely is, especially it being a flanker, right? So with this one, you have the Acqua di Eau DNA here present, right? The original. You definitely have that DNA present here. What I love about it is with the bergamot, you're going to get this zesty, zingy opening. Like bergamot, think lime, think lemon, think that combination of citruses. That's kind of what you feel in the opening here. It does have that classic Acqua di Eau DNA, but I feel is that they modernized it a bit to have it please masses of today's era, today's generation. And That's what I really enjoy about this. I know there's amberwood in here. I can't remember offhand. I apologize if they include it or not. I get a heavy dose of amberwood here. But what I love about this one is the way they utilize this mineral accord along with, I say they, but it's Alberto Maria's, along with the vetiver, along again with those musks. Just creates for a very intoxicating wear that I find super, super refreshing. But here's the thing, when people smell this on you, they will want to know what you're wearing because it smells that good. It doesn't matter to me, guys, if you're brand new to this hobby, you've been around for 20 years, you only wear niche fragrances. This stuff is great. I don't care who you are. Don't be a hater. Just admit that you appreciate this stuff, right? I'm joking. But seriously, it is a great smell. It really, truly is. And I enjoy this one. I love wearing this like on casual days when I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. If I'm going out, even if I'm going out to like breakfast with my family and things like that, I like spraying this on. I feel fresh. I feel clean. I feel refreshed, right? It's just a great fragrance to wear for those kind of scenarios, or even if you're just running out and about doing errands. This is great. It's great for the office too. It's very versatile. Why didn't I just think of that 4 freaking minutes ago? And anyway, that's Acqua di Eau de Parfum from Giorgio Armani. A great one. Check it out. All day performance, but nothing crazy. Very pleasant, enjoyable, refreshing scent that you, my friend, will most likely enjoy. So check it out. Let's see here. Aha. The next one up is from Le Labo. This is Bergamot 22. If you are looking for the best bergamot note that you will ever smell, you have to try this one right here. Bergamot 22 from Le Labo. Their fragrances are extremely expensive. I have to spray this. You know what? I'm going to spray this on my skin. It's that good. That bergamot note in here is crazy. You could see the sheen. Oh, maybe. Can you? Is it going to? There we go. Yeah, I picked it up a little bit. Man, that petitgrain, that bergamot, so beautiful. It's a little bit bitter. There is a slight stemmy quality from this, but it's mainly about this beautiful, energizing, refreshing bergamot, along with a bit of white florals, light hints of woods in the base as this dries down, maybe even a little vetiver, just a clean woody base with some musk in here. Beautiful fragrance, very, very elegant. Another one that's refreshing, it's uplifting, it's energizing. I really love this stuff. It smells so great. And this is one where if you're a heavy sprayer or an oversprayer, as they say, you can go crazy with the trigger on this one. Spray 10 to 15 sprays, won't matter. You won't choke anybody out. You won't suffocate yourself. You will just smell freaking fantastic, because that is how I feel when I spray this or when I smell it. I just, like right now, I'm going to be doing that every once in a while now. I'll just be going like that, sniffing my hand, because it smells so great. And as you can see, it put a smile on my face right there. It's a great smell, one that I really love for the high heat, because it's not a suffocating wear. It's very light and airy, just like most of these scent profiles are. Very light, airy, refreshing, right? That's what we want in the high heat. We don't want things that are going to suffocate us. We don't want thick, heavy, dense amber fragrances or oudi fragrances, things like that. Now, maybe there's a few of you out there that love that type of, that love those profiles in the summer. No problem. No issues with that. No hate or anything against you for wearing fragrances like that. But for, things that I've read and things that I've seen online and all over the place, it seems that more people are gravitating toward lighter, fresher scent profiles in the in the summer. Probably more of a western, western side of the world type of thing. But man, this one is just great for those hot, humid days, and I really love wearing it. Once again, this is Bergamot 22 from Le Labo. The next fragrance here is from Tom Ford, and this is Mandarino di Amalfi. I love this stuff. You know what? It doesn't matter if you don't focus, because I'm going to do B-roll anyway. So, Mandarino di Amalfi, much like Bergamot 22 has this beautiful combination of citruses, whereas that focused mainly on the bergamot. This fragrance focuses more on the Amalfi Coast and the beautiful citruses. It is just a blast, and I mean a blast of citrus. There is a sweet touch to these citruses, so it's almost like a combination of, sweet, ripened, slightly bitter, sour citruses, and this kind of candied citrus undertone. It's very interesting the way this one wears on me. Probably sounds pretty complex, but it's really not. It's really a simplistic fragrance done very well. Great for those hot, humid summer days. As you can see, I've used a bunch of this stuff. But to be quite honest with you guys, this is another one of those fragrances where you could spray a ton of this stuff on. It's about a 4-hour, 5-hour fragrance. Very expensive for something that only lasts such a minimal time on skin. But that's kind of what I've experienced with fragrances of this profile. When they're more bright, citrus-forward fragrances, those, which are mainly top notes, right? They're going to fade off faster. They're going to dissipate faster, but it's the smell, right? And when I'm looking for realistic, natural citrus smells, which this is, I already go into that fragrance experience knowing that that's what I'm going to experience, right? And that's the case with this one, unfortunately, but it's a great smell. It's a bit aquatic, along with those citruses that I described, and like watery aquatic, floral. I get a bit of a green nuance here, so the official credited notes are mandarin, basil, and shiso leaf. So yeah, you definitely get that green aromatic basil in there. Just a touch of it though, because I get more of that watery citrus thing going on. Shiso leaf I'm not experienced with, so I can't really speak on that. But yeah, aromatic and green along with those citruses. It almost reminds me, Tom Ford Mandarino di Amalfi reminds me of a modernized version of Concentrate d'Orange Vert Eau de Parfum from Hermès, which sadly didn't make this list. I wanted to include it on here, but I've talked about that fragrance so much. I wanted to share some other fragrances that I don't talk about as much as that one, and also more natural, smelling fragrances too, although that has a beautiful orange note. But anyway, we're talking about Mandarino di Amalfi from Tom Ford. A great, lightly white floral, that's Bergamot 22. A great citrusy, white floral, aromatic green basil type of fragrance. And if you are looking for something fresh, refreshing, clean, with a hint of an aromatic herb note in it, definitely check this one out. Don't let the aromatic green nuance fool you. It's not going to be masculine. It's very unisex. Anybody could wear this and pull this one off. Mandarino di Amalfi from Tom Ford. Drinks. Are you a fan of drinks, like drinking something ice cold when it's super hot out? You just got done doing some kind of activity. It could be like cutting your lawn, or it could be, cleaning around your house or something like that, or playing basketball or doing some kind of sport or activity, and you just want a refreshing drink like an ice cold lemonade. I almost dropped the bottle. Ice cold lemonade. This is Dior Homme Cologne, a recent acquisition of mine. I don't know what the hell took me so long to get this one in the collection. I'm actually going to spray this on a tester strip because I'm in love with it. I've been wearing this pretty consistently for the past two months here, and I got to tell you guys, man, I'm sorry I didn't talk about this fragrance sooner on the channel. I love this stuff. Beautiful, crisp, very realistic lemonade kind of feel here. It reminds me of Jimmy Choo Man Ice. I definitely understand where people were coming from with that connection because I own both. I smell that fragrance here, except without the chemical harshness that Jimmy Choo Man Ice has. You have more of a realistic lemon kind of feel. It does remind me of a fresh cold glass of lemonade, and I like that you have the white bottle on the sides here, and it's sort of semi-frosted, with the liquid in the glass, kind of giving you that humid kind of sweat that the glass has when you have the cold ice cubes in there against the hot summer heat. your glass starts looking humid and it gets sweaty, and that's kind of what the bottle represents to me. A great, fresh, citrusy fragrance to wear when it's extremely hot out. I love this stuff. It's just very fresh, clean, uplifting, bright, refreshing, right? Says Homme meaning men, but I'm confident enough to say that this is a unisex scent. Anybody that enjoys a profile like this could really wear it. But there's nothing feminine about it. You're not going to get a vanilla in here. You're not going to get any kind of pronounced floral in here that's going to make you think of woman. This is just a very nice, fresh, clean scent. I would say, yeah, maybe it leans a little masculine, but I just think the overall profile itself can be worn by a woman. This should be a summer staple for you, for the gentleman out there. You should own a bottle of this, have it in your collection, especially on days when you just want something to spray on without offending anybody. You know, you have some running around to do. You're going into the office. You're going to be out and about in the heat. And yeah, you just don't want to offend anybody. Pull for something like this. Dior Homme Cologne, I think, is a classic. And again, should be in every gentleman's wardrobe for the summertime. It's Dior Homme Cologne. Let's stick with the drink theme. Let's get a little bit more intense. Let's get a little bit more sexy. Dare I say scandalous? I'm talking about day 3 fragrances. And this is Escándalo. Scandalous, baby. This is so fresh and refreshing. It's crazy. I'll tell you guys, you know, I did a first impressions video of this. You've probably seen the video by now. And that showcases why I dislike doing first impressions, because my first impression obviously isn't going to be like the same as when I give it a couple of wearings. This stuff is so fun, but it's a fun fragrance, but it's very fresh and it's very energizing. And this has the performance. It's an extrait de parfum. Performs like one in the way that you are going to get all day performance out of this. It's pretty loud within that first couple of hours. It's pretty intense, but then it settles down into this beautiful combination of these citruses, this lime that's very beautiful. Florals play a nice key role or a key vital element here to the fragrance. And the delicate touch of woods and musk come in as well. Just a very well-composed, well-crafted, beautiful scent that currently is edging out, it already edged out Del Mar and is creeping up to Philosophia as my second favorite from the house, with, you know, Say Less being my favorite. But Escándalo is super great, guys. You have to get out there, sample this fragrance. So let me hit you with the notes here. We have lemon dolce, blue tansy, and a touch of guava at the top here. In the heart of the fragrance, we have rose de mai and jasmine sambac, lily of the valley, and daisy, tropic daisy. And in the base, we have vetiver and sandalwood, with touches of orchinox and eaglewood. So as you can see, it is a very fresh, refreshing drink style that lemon dolce kind of adds this, you know, it kind of has this, I want to drink it sort of feel, or stick a spoon in the lemon dolce and start eating it. You know, kind of has that sort of feel to it. Just a beautiful, vibrant, fun, fruity fragrance, again, that I find very fresh and refreshing. Something that complements this, the highest heats of summer days. It just complements that weather so well because of that bright, energetic opening that lasts throughout the entire wear of the fragrance. I'm telling you guys, this is one of the absolute best creations from day 3. I highly encourage you to get your nose on this, especially if you are someone who you like, you know, moderate performing fragrances, but you prefer to wear something with a little bit, that has a little bit more heft to it. I wouldn't quite call this beast mode, but I would definitely say this is pretty loud, especially when I'm looking at what I already talked about on the list. Guys, Escándalo is a must try from day 3 fragrances. Check it out. And last but not least, we are going to end the video with a underrated fragrance from a very popular brand. This one is called Ege, and this is from Nishane. I love this fragrance. It's like top 5 favorite summer fragrances from me. I absolutely love this stuff. It is fantastic, and I think it's like borderline criminal that nobody talks about this one. I'm being dead serious. I love it that much. The watery effect, that watery aquatic effect, along with that fresh mint. Oh my God, this fragrance is to die for. It's exquisite. It has a bit of fun to it, but it's sophisticated at the same time. It's very interesting wear, and I love it for that. But it is very fresh. And once again, it complements this weather perfectly. The hottest days of summer, this is very cooling and refreshing. I love it for that. Let's cover the notes. We have top notes of yuzu, violet leaves, and anise. Heart notes of basil, green cardamom, and mint. And base notes of olibanum and licorice. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you guys, I have never picked up on that licorice note in Ege. I'll say that straight away. The mint, absolutely. The green cardamom with a little bit of spice, maybe a little hint of spice there. Violet leaves for sure. There's definitely an ozonic slash, kind of solar quality to this fragrance. You have that kind of fresh, clean air thing going on here. But man, that yuzu, that mint combo, in the basil, the aromatic green notes here, perfect. It's a modern fragrance, so don't think classic, don't think vintage. It definitely is a modern fragrance. It's fresh, it's very inviting. Compliments with this fragrance are insane. People want to know, every time I wear this, people want to know what I'm smelling. They ask me, what are you wearing that smells so good? Sir, can I just ask you what cologne you're wearing, what fragrance, what perfume you're wearing? You smell really great. I want to know what that is. I want to pick up a bottle for myself. I want to pick up a bottle for my boyfriend, my husband, my whatever. Right? These are the things that people say to me when I'm wearing this fragrance. It's very great. And I love the overall smell of this fragrance. And again, just works extremely well in the highest of heat on summer days. This is an extrait de parfum, but unlike your Hacivat, your Oolong Cha, unlike fragrances like that, this one is not going to perform like those. It's not a beast, right? This sits, how do I say this? It sits close to the skin, but it's not a skin scent. It's above moderate projection and sillage, but it's not beast mode either. You just have to sample it for yourself and try it. I'm telling you guys though, those of you that haven't tried this and you love, fresh scents, get your nose on this and see what you think. I think this is damn near perfect of a fragrance for me, at least. Again, that's Ege from Nishane. All right, guys, that concludes today's video. And I gave you 10 fresh, refreshing fragrances to wear in the high heat of summer. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now, I would love to hear from you guys. What are some fresh fragrances that you love to wear in the summertime? It could be from this list. It could be from your own personal collection. I always love hearing what you guys have to share with me, so don't forget that. Please, I want to ask you one more time. Hit that like button again, with my visibility and things like that. I already asked you to comment. Don't forget to show your love by subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell so you could be updated each and every time I upload new content. Also, guys, be a real one. Share this video out so we can hit that 3,000 subscriber milestone. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you in another video very soon, guys. Peace. Take care.